Alright, hey everybody, it is Tony and I am back. I have 5 TTMs back over the last week. A few baseball, 1 football, and 1 former NBA star. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right to the TTMs. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to that first one. And it comes from former Cubs manager Joe Amafitano. Joe was signed by the New York Giants in 1954. He was considered a bonus baby for $6,000 back in 1954. He was later taken in the expansion draft. Um, I like the Cubs tie. He wrapped up his career with the Cubs, managed the Cubs for a little bit in 79, 80, and 81. Was fired after the strike shortened 81 season. When I sent that 63 tops to him, it did not look like that. USPS really mangled it. My next one comes from Mr. Joe Cunningham, who played for 3 teams. Minnesota Twins. Well, before they were the Minnesota Twins. He played for the Washington Senators. I asked him a couple of questions. Asked him what his favorite memory of playing at Old Comiskey Park. You could see the opposing pitcher well. And I also asked him if he had any fond memories of the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry. The Cubs were the favorite, my favorite to play against because the Cubs drew above average crowds, or some. I'm having trouble reading his handwriting, but I believe that's what it says: above average crowds, or a fun crowd, or something. Next one comes from Mr. Kevin Elster. I also asked Mr. Elster a few questions, especially about the movie Little Big League. He didn't respond to any of the questions. I just told him that I really loved the movie and thought it was cool that they used real Major League Baseball players in the movie, like himself, King Griffey Jr. Kevin Elster did have some speaking parts, like King Griffey Jr. Leon Durham was also in that movie, and a few others. That's okay. I remember Kelvin Elster playing for the Mets. Didn't remember that he played for the Rangers, but he had a fairly good year with the Rangers in '96. Football return is Eric McMillan. I want to share. He responded to one of my questions. I asked, since he played in the AFC East, I asked him who was tougher to play against, Dan Marino or Jim Kelly. He said Jim Kelly because he would not throw anywhere I was on the field. I guess Jim Kelly was a smart man. He said he didn't have to throw his way because he had Thurman Thomas! Exclamation point, exclamation point after Thurman Thomas. Thurman Thomas. Oh man, those early Bills teams, they were a nightmare. And then they would get to the Super Bowl and we all know what happened. All right, my first NBA return comes from Mr. Robert Parish. I worked at his alma mater between 2007 and 2009, back when they were still Division I. He was a first-round pick out of Centenary, one of 3 Centenary Gents to play in the NBA. By the way, their mascot are the ladies and the gents. That's it. Centenary is a very small Division I school. When I left there, they were starting their transition to Division III. They had an enrollment of like 750 or something like that. And then now it is in the 500s. It's a super small school. Great city to be in. Shreveport, Louisiana, that's where Robert Parish lives now. But Robert does not have much to do with Centenary. He kind of ignores it. There was some kerfuffle that happened after he played. NBA or NCAA violations, firing of coaches, and whole mess. So that's what I have for this week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.